Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are digging into some pretty big numbers that give us a real pulse check on the entire cloud economy. Yep, we're talking about Datadog's latest Q3 earnings report.
You know, if you really want to peek behind the curtain to see how healthy the cloud economy is, Datadog is one of the best places to look. Why? Well, they make the tools that are basically the eyes and ears for all those complex cloud apps businesses rely on. So yeah, when Datadog has a good quarter, it's a pretty solid sign that the tech world is doing just fine.
All right, let's get right to it. The big question. How'd they do last quarter? Let's check out the headline numbers because they definitely tell a story. Okay, first up, the top line, revenue. And wow, they brought in a whopping $886 million. I mean, just for the third quarter, that is a huge number, and it screams that demand for what they do is incredibly strong. Now, that $886 million is impressive on its own, but here's the kicker. That's a 28% jump from this time last year. Think about that. In a climate where every single tech dollar is being scrutinized, growing at that clip, that's not just good. It's a real sign of strength. It tells you the cloud market is still very, very healthy. And it's not just about revenue, right? It's about actual profit. They generated $214 million in free cash flow. That's the real cash they have left in the bank after paying all the bills. It's a fantastic sign that the business isn't just growing, it's running really efficiently. Okay, so when we talk about profit, there are kind of two ways to look at it. There's the official by-the-book number, that's GAAP, which shows a tiny operating loss of $6 million. But then there's what's called the non-GAAP number. This is the one management likes to point to because it pulls out certain expenses like stock compensation to show you the core day-to-day health of the business. And that number? A super strong $207 million profit. Big difference, right?
So you don't just stumble into 28% growth. What's actually driving it? Let's take a look under the hood. So a huge piece of this puzzle is how well they're doing with the big fish. We're talking about over 4,000 customers who are spending more than $100,000 with them every single year. That tells you something really important. For these big companies, Datadog isn't just another tool they buy, it's a mission-critical part of their operations. And just to put that in perspective for you, a year ago, that number was sitting around 3,500. So they've added over 500 of these huge customers in just 12 months. That's a 16% jump. It shows they're not just good at landing new clients, but they're getting their existing ones to spend more and more. That's the name of the game. And this customer growth is happening for a reason. The product itself just keeps getting better. I mean, they're getting top awards from big names like Gartner. They just passed 1,000 different integrations, which is wild. And they're always adding support for more cloud platforms like Oracle. You put all that together, and it just builds this mountain of confidence for new customers. That, hey, this isn't just a story about how well they're doing right now. The CEO, Olivier Pomel, is making it crystal clear where their next big bet is. And no surprise here, it's all about AI. See, Datadog isn't just trying to use AI. They're building the tools everyone else needs to manage their AI. Think about it. These AI models can get super complex, almost like a black box. You need a way to see what's going on inside, right? To fix bugs, to make them run better, and to keep them secure. And that need, it's becoming absolutely essential. And this isn't just talk. They're really putting their money where their mouth is. They've just announced a whole bunch of new products specifically for AI. We're talking a full stack of observability and security tools, AI agents for engineers, basically the whole toolkit you'd need to really understand what your AI is doing, how it's performing, and, crucially, if it's safe. Okay, so they've had a fantastic quarter. They've got a clear plan for AI. So what's next? What are they telling Wall Street to expect? Well, their official forecast, what they call guidance, is looking really optimistic. They're telling everyone to expect the growth to keep on rolling right into the next quarter. For the full year, they're looking at revenue way north of $3.3 billion, with some serious profit to go along with it. It looks like this train is not slowing down. And all of this really leaves us with one big, fascinating question. Datadog is betting the farm on this idea that as AI becomes the new engine for pretty much every business out there, the tools that let you look inside that engine, the observability tools, won't just be nice to have, they'll be the single most critical part of the whole system. And if they're right about that, well then what we're seeing today is just the beginning.